and welcome to the first episode of Two Girls and a Mouse, where we talk about everything Disney because we enjoy it.
I'm Gail.
I'm Colleen.
These are our own opinions and our personal experiences. We don't speak for the brand or the company.
Okay,
let's get started.
Cool. Okay, so new things, I mean, they're not really that new anymore, but new to us to talk about. Some of the new things that are happening at the park. We'll start with Magic Kingdom.
I like it.
The Villains Land.
Villains Land is going to be good.
I'm super excited.
I am too.
If they do it right.
I'm here for the theming of it.
Yes.
I love the villains theme. I love the color scheme of the villains.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to merch.
Me too.
I love the purple and the black and the when they did the villains after hours.
I did not go to that.
Those were good. We went once.
Nice.
The merch was good. The parades were good because it was just villains.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it. Villain characters. What do you want to see?
I want to see them walking around the land. That would be great. I mean, if I can see the Evil Queen and Hades chilling, walking around, I'll be the happiest person ever.
There you go. I want to see Maleficent. I want to see her interact with people and in character and telling people mean things and
yeah.
I
like to see that from afar. I don't know.
Right. I don't want her to yell at me. No,
either.
I don't want her to yell at by any of the villains. But I want to see it.
I'm very awkward with characters.
I want to see it.
I'm also looking forward. I hope that they have new restaurants, quick services, dining, like sit down dining.
Yes, because dining is lacking in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, there's a few places that are like, yeah, I mean, nothing to talk about. They're good. You'll eat them. They're solid.
But I'm hoping good.
Yeah.
Like an Oga's canteen, whatever we call it.
Yes.
Where it's thematic. It's Villains Land Lounge, Villains Land.
I agree.
Themed restaurant.
There needs to be more of that.
Yeah.
Because that is very well themed, and I feel like some of these restaurants are. Well, Beast's Castle, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
That's
right.
I feel like that is well themed. But some of the other places are just
it's lacking. It's mid. The food at Magic Kingdom, it's mid. Still eat it because you have to because it's there. It's nothing special. Roller coaster.
I have a love-hate roller coaster. I used to love roller coasters when I was younger, and my back didn't hurt. I was good. And I love to go upside down, but now I can't because then I have like vertigo for like a day.
Right.
So, like I can do like Slink Dog and Mine Train. Those are good. If it's a roller coaster like that, I'm all over it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they have to do a roller coaster because it has to be scary. I think they have to do something as far as a ride that's scary, but I hope they do a ride that also can be for everyone. For those of us that don't like the roller coasters and love the People Mover. Like, I hope there's something that's kind of, it fits for everybody.
Yes, like a dark ride.
A dark ride, but it's scary, but it's not overwhelmingly scary or like terrifying for people who don't like roller coasters.
Right.
So I hope they kind of have both because I think the land requires a scary roller coaster.
Yeah.
For those people, not for me, but yeah, I think it needs a scary ride.
I do too. Kind of like a throwback to. So before Mine Train was there, they had the Snow White. What was it called? I think it was just Snow White's Adventures or something. Maybe that was the wrong name. It was a Snow White ride, and I don't know. My kids. It was the first time we went. They were like 4 and 12, so the little one was like scared of everything.
Right.
So they thought that was scary. I'm like, that's not scary, but not so much Snow White, but like the Evil Queen.
Right.
is
Right, exactly.
yeah. I've been wanting villains.
Right. I've been wanting villains since they did the villains after hours. It's like when they came out with the conception art for that, it's like this is amazing. This is it. Now we got to build it.
I hope they have good merch too.
I do. I'm hoping for merch. I mean, they have villains merch throughout the parks now, but like
Yeah.
some really good ears, some really
Yes.
good
Unique
sweatshirts, jewelry. I'm really hoping for a lot of good merch.
Hopefully they're not heavy ears.
Like the ones you have on.
Yes. I'm
They're
afraid
cute,
to move
though.
my head. They are adorable.
They're so cute. Cars Land.
I am not. I mean, I seen it. It was cute. It was all right. I was hoping that we would get the ride that's in California. Okay, I haven't been to Disneyland since like 1982. So I haven't seen any of that yet. And I seen like videos of the race. I guess you're like racing another family.
Yeah.
I'm like, that looks super cute. It kind of reminds me of like a test tracky type thing, but on a bigger scale. That's not what we're getting. I'm not happy about what we're getting.
We're getting a ride that sounds like it's going to be very bumpy, very fast, and is not going to be appropriate for people with back problems.
No, I probably won't ride
pregnant women. Yeah, it probably won't be something I'll ride. That kind of bouncing and jarring, I don't know that I can do it.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna have to have somebody ride it first. Like I'll probably have like my husband ride it first, and then he can tell me if you can do it or no.
Right. But overall, I feel indifferent about the land. I'm not a Cars fan. My kids liked it when it came out, but I'm kind of sad they're taking away the Rivers of America.
I do like the Rivers
of
America.
The Liberty Boat ride.
I do like that too.
It's a nice ride. You never have to wait in line for. It's a nice 20-30 minutes of chill time. If you've got little kids, they can run around the top of the boat and nothing's going to happen. I liked the ride. I'm sad to see it go. When I wrote it in September or October when we were there, I was kind of like, oh, this is going to go away. And I was excited for Cars Land until I saw it. And then I was like,
yeah, because I thought
I'm not really excited anymore.
Right. I thought if we were getting the one that was in California, then the aesthetic of it would kind of go with Big Thunder, but it does not look like that's what it's going to be at all. Yeah. So that
and maybe they'll change it. Maybe as they get feedback from it, maybe they'll change.
Yeah, they usually change concept art anyways. They never stick with what they're going to do. But yeah, I don't know. My kids weren't really into cars.
Yeah, my boys were.
So,
but I'm not. So
I'm not sad. I'm not sad to see Tom Sawyer Island go. It's probably an unpopular opinion. We did it once when we were there. We walked around. We're like, all right, that's great. Let's get back to the rides.
I haven't done it in years. It was fun at the time. I think there used to be a scavenger hunt kind of a thing you could do on the island. Again, I'm not sad to see it go.
No.
But times change, things move on. And I'm okay with adding new things that that the kids now know about, that no one knows about Tom Sawyer Island and what that's based on. And
I don't
the
even.
People who do aren't going over to Tom Sawyer Island to
I mean,
climb
in the little holes or whatever. Right. I feel like the best part of that island was the rocking chairs. If you could get one to sit there and chill out and watch, people watch. But yeah, I was like, yeah. I was more upset about Rivers of America. I thought that was sad. When we went in October, we didn't get a chance to go on it because the line was so long. Okay. We were like, oh, geez. Yeah. So we didn't do it.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, new things at Epcot.
Ooh, okay. So, the Moana, the water, Journey of Water. It's really pretty.
It's very good.
I liked it. I didn't play with everything. There was little kids playing in front of me, so I'm like,
let them.
Yeah,
right.
That's not a big deal. I know I'll be back,
right.
So I'll get my chance. I did make the water grow,
yes.
And it went. Right. That was pretty cool.
Everything about it is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, walking through the kind of like a cave. There's water that comes
yes.
down, and as you walk through, it stops. It's so fun, making all the water up and down, and like throwing your arms up, and it it gets bigger. It was fun with Jeremy. He's really tall, so he could really make he could make it go really, really high, and the little kids that were around us, they really liked that. And, I loved playing over there. We didn't play so much in October when we were there because it was really crowded. But when we were there in January, it was pretty dead.
Okay.
And so we had quite a bit of time to walk through and play with everything. Get
nice.
The mist, and it's just so fun.
Yeah, and I just think it's beautiful.
It's very all age.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So Guardians of the Galaxy.
Good movie.
Yes.
Didn't ride the ride.
I didn't either.
It's too scary for me.
Josh did.
No, can't ride Slinky Dog over here, so definitely can't ride.
We will discuss that later.
But it's such a cool ride. Like I watch a lot of other influencers and people who do the videos, and great music.
Yes.
The trying to get different songs.
Yes.
I love
yes.
That.
Yep.
Everybody who rides it loves it.
Not
me.
I had watched the videos of it when it first came out, and I was like, oh, I think I can do it. Like, it looks good. Josh said it was a really smooth ride. He's like, it's really nice. So he's one more prone to get sick. But his is more simulators. So then when I started seeing all these people saying, oh, if you get motion sickness, don't go on it. Even people who don't get motion sickness were coming off and they were sick. I was like, oh, I don't want to ruin my day because I went on one ride and got sick for the rest of the day. So then I was like, well, so he went on it. He said the queue was cool. He said it, it was nice and smooth. He said it was a solid ride. He would go on it again. He didn't feel sick.
Because it spins, right? Like the car you're in spins while it's like going through space.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
I don't think it's like a crazy like teacup spin, but I think it kind of moves with
the ride.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I love the look of it. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. Won't do it. It's out there on the internet now. Won't do it. But cheers to everyone who does.
All right, what's
Ratatouille.
Next? Oh yeah,
good ride.
It is. I love that ride style.
Makes me a little. I gotta close my eyes in a couple places. I'm not gonna lie, because it gets a little. It's a little overwhelming with my motion sickness, but
I can see that.
It's got a good queue. The queue is great.
Yeah.
It's got some surprises in it.
Yes.
It does. The heat, the water. If you've ridden it, you know. If you haven't ridden it, I don't want to spoil it. I like as you come off the ride, they've done the floor tiles really big.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're still miniature size, and then as you exit the queue, you go back to regular size tiles, and
To be honest, I didn't notice that.
Because you're a mouse. So then as you leave the queue, the tiles actually get smaller because
I'm going to have to pay attention when I go on next time.
As you exit the queue.
I was paying attention to everything else, not when I was leaving.
Yeah.
Huh. Something to look forward to.
Right.
Because I will ride it again.
Oh, I will too.
I knew I was going to like it because I like Runaway Railroad.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's the same concept. So
exactly.
I was like, yeah, I'll probably ride this too. So it was, and I think we waited. We didn't have any goofy Fast Pass Plus line, whatever they're called now. I don't even know. They change it so much. Premier Pass.
Lightning Lane.
Yeah. I guess it's not Fast Pass Plus anymore.
Yeah, it changes all the time, so I don't keep up. I don't worry about it.
That's another conversation.
It will be.
Also.
It will be.
And I think we waited in line maybe an hour. So it wasn't too bad.
Right.
I didn't think so. The line, I mean, it moved pretty good.
Moved. I know when we were there in October, it was hot. It was hot, but it's shaded.
Yeah.
The outside queue is shaded.
Thank goodness.
But it is hot. But it moved fast.
Yeah.
When we were there in January, it said I think it said it was 35 minutes. There wasn't even an outside queue. We basically 10 minutes walked on.
Nice.
Within 15 minutes the ride was done.
Nice.
But we kind of zoomed through that queue, so we didn't. You don't see as much of the queue when you're just like hurriedly walking through it. But,
yeah, that was true.
We had seen the queue the months before, so
yeah,
it was good.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually like that ride. It makes me a little motion sick. Just close my eyes in a couple spots, and
I could see that.
But I love the cars. I love the little mice cars that you get into.
They were so cute.
I know. It's such a good little ride. It's not little, but it's a good ride.
Yeah, and everybody can do it as long as you can transfer. Like if you're more wheelchair bound,
right,
and you can transfer too. But I'm sure they probably have ones that you can just wheel right on.
Yeah,
I wouldn't see that Disney doesn't make
no,
accessible.
I'm sure, and I don't notice it said outside the beginning of the queue that you must be able to independently transfer.
Yeah, because even Toy Story Mania, when Jordan worked there, they have one that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, okay, on to Hollywood Studios.
Monstropolis. So good. I'm so excited.
I do.
My favorite movies.
I do love Monsters Inc. I think it's cute. I love the monsters. I love Boo. Right. I am not happy where it's going.
The Muppets.
Yeah.
Farewell to the Muppets. If you love the Muppets, my condolences. If you're like me and you're indifferent about the Muppets at this point, we're getting a new land. If
you're like me and you love the Muppets, it's a travesty.
As many things in life are. Yeah, I love it. I love that they're getting rid of the Muppet Courtyard, and I feel like nobody goes over there.
It was
like you walk by it on the way to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and people have forgotten about it.
It was a missed opportunity by Disney to make it better.
True.
Is how I feel. Because it could have been. It could have been so. It could have been so much better.
It could have. But there's so
Yeah.
many people now that don't know who the Muppets are.
Disney needs to bring back the original Muppet Show, and with the stars of today, I am absolutely sure there are stars out there that would be like, yes, I will go on the Muppet Show.
Everybody did back in the day.
Yeah, I don't see why they don't. I mean, I was excited when they're like, oh yeah, we're going to bring back the Muppet Show, and then it was that Office crap. I hated that. I didn't. To be fair, I didn't watch The Office ever.
Oh.
But I just thought, I'm like, come on.
The Office is amazing.
I'm probably one of the few that have never seen The Office.
I have the DVD set. You can borrow it.
I don't know if I have.
You don't know if you have a DVD?
Yeah, isn't that sad?
Anyways.
But yeah, I think that would be. That's something that Disney needs to do, is bring back the Muppets.
I don't think there's money in it.
I do. I believe there is in my heart.
I think if they're going to compare what they can get out of Monsters versus what they can get out of Muppets.
I can see that. So they need to build something else for Muppets.
Could they move it somewhere else? Is there somewhere else in Hollywood Studios they could move and do Muppets?
That I'm not sure. I would probably ask Jordan. My daughter worked there as a cast member, started as college program in 2018. She was part of the opening cast of Toy Story Land.
Aww.
She's got a whole little commemorative box thing with
so nice
cast member stuff.
Right.
but I know there's like offices or something around. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, maybe they've got plans to move it someplace else.
That would be
Maybe
nice.
they'll bring back like seasonally. They'll bring back some Muppets.
That would be
Muppets
nice.
Christmas.
Oh, see, and there's another missed opportunity. We watch Muppets Christmas every Christmas.
I know.
Every Christmas.
So maybe they'll bring back your beloved Muppets.
I hope so.
Until then, we've got a new Monsters Land.
I know, and I am excited about that. There is another roller coaster though.
That I think I'm going to ride.
Your feet are going to dangle.
That's okay. Though.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see, folks.
We'll see.
To be continued.
Yeah. To be honest, who knows? It's a big talk, but I won't ride Slinky Dog or Mine Train because that sideways motion, I feel like I'm going to fall out.
You're not going to fall out.
And death is upon me.
I promise. I have not died in all the times that I've ridden those.
But the Monsters one looks good. I do like it. I watched it.
Do you go upside down?
I don't think so.
Because that makes me.
How would they get you upside down if your legs are dangling?
It's the same way Great America does with the Batman.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope there's no upside down part because then I'm not going on. I mean, let's be honest, upside down is not for me. But I am excited for that ride and the land and Mike and Sully characters.
Yes.
But I am worried about that ride because that kind of a dangling ride is not for everyone.
No.
And that movie is a little kid movie.
And I feel like you probably need to be a certain height to fit in the restraints to keep you safe.
Right.
So
I don't know. I am worried that a lot of people won't get to experience that ride in a land that is really for little kids.
Yes.
The movie's for everybody, but I hope it's not as scary as some people are thinking it might be because then little kids can't ride it.
Yeah.
Or they need to have something else for.
I'm sure they're going to have more than one ride.
I don't know. It's not that big of a.
Well, that's true. I still don't know how they're going to put a roller coaster over there.
We'll see. A couple of years.
I mean, I guess Space Mountain isn't that big either.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I do like that whole concept of going through the doors like in the movie. I thought that was pretty cool.
And will you get different doors every time you ride?
Well,
will there be different doors?
Like different music and
exactly.
Guardians. That would be cool.
How many doors will there be to pick from and how many times do you have to ride it to try to get different doors?
Yeah.
Disney, if you're listening, different doors.
Bring back the Muppets.
That too.
Well, and here's the other thing. So Muppet Vision, like I feel like they should have had maybe another version of it also, and you can alternate what vision you get.
Yeah.
Everybody could go to that. Young, old, people who, had mobility issues. They're making the Rock and Roller Coaster a Muppet ride. Not everybody's going to be able to go on that. Not everybody's going to like it. Like, I've never been on Rock and Roller Coaster.
Me neither.
And that first shoot, like when we went the first time, Jordan was 12. She went on with Josh, and the very first time she watched it go, they were like right up there to be next. And she's like, nope. Nope. So he went on by himself, and she came back by me, and
that was it.
Yep. She went on it since then, since she's grown up.
Yeah.
But that's not for everybody, and the Muppets was.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned. We'll find out.
Yep. What else do you think they can put in Monsters Land?
I mean, obviously there'll be a restaurant or two. Was there restaurants in the movie? Like, did they eat anywhere? What did Boo eat? Like, was there anything special that she ate?
I don't think so. I know that Mike was supposed to go on a date with his girlfriend.
What's the one lady with the
Roz?
Yes.
Always watching.
We have
Yes, because Laugh Floor is funny.
Yeah.
I think it's cute, anyways.
Yeah. So the restaurant, quick service, maybe a show. Maybe they'll move Laugh Floor over. The ride, a gift shop.
Yeah. Yeah, but if they move Laugh Floor, hopefully they would put something else in because they still haven't done anything with Stitch.
Yeah.
And that's been
a while.
Yeah, because we wrote. That's another story. I have a lot of stories. Yeah, I'm excited for it, even though it's taking away my Muppets.
Well, maybe they'll put them someplace else.
Yeah.
Or they'll get enough feedback and they'll revive it somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, even if they would at Magic Kingdom at Liberty Square, the Muppets would pop up and they would do a little thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I think that they got rid of that. Like, why?
Because people don't know the Muppets anymore. I mean, I know it's a cult following for a lot of people, but so many people either don't know about the Muppets or they don't care about the Muppets anymore.
Well, their parents have done them dirty then. Because my kids, since they were little, knew who the Muppets were.
And mine don't. Mine don't.
Really?
I know. It's a tragedy.
It is.
It is. They couldn't tell you.
They
couldn't tell you.
I have some DVDs of the
Muppet
Muppet
tell you
seasons.
who Kermit the Frog is. They might know Miss Piggy from like other things in like pop culture, but
really,
they're not gonna know.
See, Jordan's favorite is Scooter.
Okay.
And you're like, oh, he's not. I mean, he's not that. He's prominent in the show, but not
one of the characters
no.
you think about.
And Leo's is Ralph,
Gotcha.
the dog. Like, he's not that. You think of the core, like Kermit, Piggy, Gonzo, Fozzie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So.
Yeah. If my kids are watching, you don't know who the Muppets are. It's fine.
Oh. It's all right. I got the DVDs. You can come watch them.
They're like, is it on YouTube? All right. We're gonna move to Animal Kingdom.
Oh yeah. So Encanto. I think that is an adorable movie. It is cute, and when I seen it, I'm like, ooh, Disney can do things with this, like in the parks. I don't. How does that fit into Animal Kingdom? I just don't understand.
Because I think part of that refit over there in Animal Kingdom is they're bringing in South America, Central America. I think they're bringing in other lands or geographic locations. And I think that's how Encanto fits into that. Or they just ran out of any place to put it. They do a little Encanto thing over at Epcot. Like a little show.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yes, that was cute.
But it needs a solid home.
It does.
And I'm looking forward to it. I love the movie. It's colorful, so theming is great. It's not just like, as much as I love Star Wars Land and Galaxy's Edge, the color is just because it's on a planet, and
right?
It's kind of desolate. But I like the color of Encanto and the theming.
Yes, and I do think I wasn't impressed with Dino Land, to be honest with you. I was just like, this is dumb. Why is this here? I don't understand. And then it was explained to me as, I think they want to say Roy and Walt. I don't know if it was those two in the storyline, on their journey to find places or things to put in it or something like that. And they came across a circus or a carnival and threw that in there. Something along those lines. Is probably, the storyline is a little probably off. I don't remember, but something along those lines. And I was just like, still,
yeah,
I think it's kind of dumb. Personally, that's how I felt about Dinoland. So
yeah, we never went over there.
We went over there a few times, and then it was like carnival stuff, and Leah was little. Can I play the games? I'm like, no, let's go do Disney stuff.
Right.
Play the games.
Yeah. And we'll see. I mean, I'm looking forward to the characters from that movie being out and around. And
Yes.
more of those characters, the meet and greet, that kind of thing.
I don't remember. Are they going to have a ride that is like to the house?
I don't know.
They should, if they don't already.
They should have something to do with the house because it's alive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen too much. I know it's going over there, but I haven't seen too much.
I haven't either.
Talk about it, so I'll have to research it.
I haven't either.
See what's going to come in over there.
These ears are really heavy. I feel like they're gonna fall off.
The Indy ride.
So it's basically the dinosaur ride. They're just, I think that's just kind of getting rethemed because it's basically like the same ride type. They have it in California. Again, I haven't been on it. And I think they're putting, I don't know if it's the exact one. It may be a little different in by ours, but if it's anything like dinosaur, I won't be riding that either. Because when we were there in October, I was like, oh, I told Josh, I'm like, I've never ridden this. Maybe I should ride it just to see what it was like and blah, blah, blah. He goes, no, that is the most violent ride. You are not riding it. Your back will be jacked up forever.
There you go.
And I was like, oh. So, and if it's basically going to be the same thing, I probably won't be on it.
Right.
Which is sad. I like Indy.
Yeah. It's cool. I didn't know about it until just a little while ago. So I think it's pretty cool. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
See if it's the same ride. See if they make it any better.
Yep.
Zootopia. Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. So that they've already started on that because I think it's going where it's a tough to be a bug.
Yes.
So I think that's closed and they're already starting to do their thing. So my kids hated It's a Tough to Be a Bug.
Oh.
Just because of, well, it's got spiders that come down.
Yeah.
You know my kids. They don't do the bugs.
Right.
You know, and it would poke you in the back and
right. Yeah.
That was not Jordan's like, no, I will never go in there again.
Understandable.
So I'm excited to see what Zootopia is going to bring. Like, how are they going to make it the 5D type?
Yeah.
Presentation or not presentation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Attraction.
Exactly.
So yeah, I would go and I'm curious to know if my kids at their ages now in their 20s, if they would go in there.
We'll see.
I have a feeling Jordan might because she likes Zootopia. And there's no spiders that it's going to come down from the ceiling and scare the poop out of her.
Right. I don't have a lot of feelings about. I like Zootopia, but I don't have any feelings about the new land. We'll see. Or not the land, the attraction.
Yeah.
It's just an attraction. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm open. I have no feelings on it yet.
Okay.
So let's talk about characters. More characters you'd like to see in the park.
Ooh, I have two.
Okay.
And I think they're in Disneyland.
Oh,
so
and they probably are. They have different stuff than we have over on the East Coast.
Yeah. So I would like to see Hades more.
Okay.
He is one of my favorites. And Darkwing Duck.
So obscure.
So my brother was into Darkwing Duck. So it was around, I think we were in high school when Darkwing Duck came out.
And I think I looked this up a while back. I think it ran for one season. I think the show was one season.
It seemed like it was so much longer than that. Maybe because it was just always on at my house.
Maybe.
And
it was a very short-lived show. But I know that when they did the 90s night over at Disneyland, Darkwing Duck was there.
See, that's cool.
But that was just for the 90s. I don't know that he is out in the park on a regular. But that's someone you'd like to see more of.
Yes, because my So Leo is fascinated with Darkwing Duck now.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right. So I don't know if you've seen like the 90s cartoon.
Oh, probably.
And like, because he was watching, I think he was watching DuckTales too, but I think they redid DuckTales.
I don't know.
I watched that too.
I don't know.
Like, I had the younger siblings.
Exactly.
So Disney Channel was on a lot and I watched it. Even
And
though
now
I was like
now you've got some
15,
90s,
16 years old.
some 90s Disney, memories that, I don't have because I was in high school and not watching Disney anything.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Mike and Sully characters, which we will probably get now that we have Monstropolis coming.
Yes.
Because I don't know that I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen that, like, a Mike character in the park. Maybe I've seen pictures of a Sully character. I don't think that I have, but I'd like to see them.
We should go to Not So Scary.
Okay.
The 4 of us
Mm-hmm.
and dress up as something.
That'd be funny.
Sorry.
That'd be fun.
Side note.
Side note, off topic. I'm not a big characters person. I'm going to put that out there. Faceless characters, as far as the ones inside the suits where you can't see their face, kind of creep me out. Now, ones where, like the princesses, where you see their real face, I'm totally okay with. But the ones that you don't know who's inside the costume kind of freaks me out a little bit. I don't know why. It just does. But I would like to see Mike and Sully, knowing that, they're faceless characters.
Yes. I'm kind of on the same boat with you. I don't think they don't freak me out. I'm just awkward. I don't know what to do. Even the princesses, I don't know what to say. I'm just like, hi.
Right. And I don't really do the meet and greets. When my kids were little, we did. And it was like, oh, give Tigger a hug and things like that.
Yes.
But I don't stand in line to meet anybody now. I see him and I'm like, oh, she's really pretty. Oh, look at that character. Oh. But
yeah,
I don't. I like to see him from a distance. I like to see him interact with people. Just not me.
Yes.
Just not me.
And maybe I'm not good with like reading like body language. or if they're, it's kind of like charades.
Well, and they're just they're disproportionate. No, that's not a word. They're just they're not the right shape. Like we did stand in line to see Mickey and Minnie in 2020, like right before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I gave Minnie wanted a hug, but it's like you just feel weird. Like I remember standing there like just being weird.
Your nose is in the way.
Yeah, like what am I hugging? And this is just weird. And I was like, I don't want to do that again.
I totally agree. But I did. When did we go? So I think it was when we went as a fan, 2014-ish. We've been a lot. Anyways, we met Stitch, and Stitch was right in front of, like, right at the beginning of Main Street. I gave Stitch a big hug because Stitch was my size.
Very good.
I was so excited.
Yes.
So Stitch was little, y'all.
Well, Stitch should be little.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is, I wonder, like, about like the Mike Wazowski character. Will that, if they do characters?
Yeah, I told you.
Have to be little.
They get somebody my height.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to resorts. You'll do a resort. I'll do a resort.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think this episode we're doing the Port Orleans.
Yes.
There's 2.
Yeah.
So I'm doing Riverside. I'm gonna do
French Quarter.
Okay. So I think I love how beautiful Riverside is. I think it is just so pretty. Even just walking around it, it's just so. I feel like it is like the rich section of New Orleans. I've never been to New Orleans, so I don't know, but I'm guessing.
Yeah,
because it's like fancy.
it does, it has maybe some garden district vibes, or like plantation river.
Oh, I don't know if I like the whole plantation.
Well, I don't mean that, but I mean just that type of that area. It's not like it's New Orleans in the French Quarter. It's more of the down the river.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
It's definitely a peaceful resort.
It is. It was. So we've been there 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
One of them was the week of Christmas.
Oh.
It was a little hopping.
Yeah.
But yet when we were walking back to where our room was, it was still kind of quiet.
Mm-hmm.
We had to walk past the pool, the main pool. So of course it's noisy there, but otherwise, where did we stay? I thought I wrote it down because I would forget where we stayed. Encardia House. I don't know.
Maybe
But
Acadia.
Acadia. But it was beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, the food's okay. It's just normal, quick service. We didn't eat at any of the restaurants, to be fair.
Okay.
Because we had kids. So
yeah,
we basically had to go where they would eat.
Yeah.
But now that we do kid-free Disney, adult Disney, we're gonna have to try all these places again.
Yes.
It was I like the boat that goes from the resort to Disney Springs.
Yes.
That's pretty fabulous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's a nice, relaxing boat ride.
Yeah.
That's kind of winds through. It's
Yep.
quiet.
Yep.
Peaceful.
And the bus system, I know you're not a fan of buses. I feel like if you know how to do buses, you'll like the resort. Where we stayed, and I don't know if it's just because I always ask for a room closer to the bus stops.
Right.
So it's right there, and if you get the right one, basically you're going to be dropped off or picked up before most people.
Okay. So now, how many bus stops are at Riverside? French Quarter only has one.
There's more than that.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think there's at least 3.
Okay.
I want to say.
All right. Yeah, French Quarter only has one. So
that's probably always very busy.
Not that I don't think so.
Really?
We just stayed there. We were only there one night. That was in January. Nope, that was in October. No, it wasn't busy at all.
No. I would feel like, well, how big is, we've never been to French Quarter.
It's little.
Okay.
It's not as big as Riverside.
Okay.
From what I remember. I mean, it's probably one of the smaller, probably the smallest moderate resort.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, it's got a nice pool. It's got a great pool. It's got, decent eating. It's got several buildings as far as the rooms, but it's not big. But it's quiet.
Nice. Very nice.
They just got through a refurb on all the rooms. They did a good job. They were great. The rooms look amazing. It's got good walking as far as if you want to walk over to Riverside, you just want to walk around the resort.
Yeah.
There's a path by the river that you can walk over to Riverside, just walk around the resort. We're going to get to the beignets. Everybody talks about the beignets. They're not good.
But they used to be.
They used to be. A long time ago, they used to be. And the regular beignets are average. Just average. The gluten-free beignets are terrible.
That's sad.
They are terrible. They are like eating the heaviest lump of dough. And it just sits in your stomach. Because Jeremy has to have gluten-free. We're going to do gluten-free beignets. no sense in having 2 separate orders. Can't eat that much anyways. I'll have some of your gluten-free beignets. That was terrible.
Bad decision.
Bad decision. But now the beignets at Scat Cats that have the alcohol, very good.
What kind of alcohol do they have in there? Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Bailey's is an option. I think Kahlua is an option.
I have to go there
Maybe
and try
some type of whiskey. Not sure on that. But now those are good.
Oh,
But you've got dough soaked in alcohol.
True.
It's deep fried. You can't really go wrong.
no.
Scat Cats is like a jazz club.
Okay.
It's cool. It's kid friendly. I think until maybe 10 o'clock. And then I don't think they allow kids.
Okay.
But you can get food.
Nice.
And it's nice. I mean, having been to New Orleans many times, it's a nice jazz.
Okay.
It's a nice jazz club.
See, that's another thing that we're gonna have to try because
Yeah.
that wouldn't even been on our radar.
Right.
Nice.
All right. I think we've gotten through everything for our first episode.
Yeah, I think so. We didn't stray too much.
We didn't. I don't know how long it lasted, but
Yeah, usually, I mean, I'm pretty good for straying off topic.
we can edit. It's fine. All right. Well, thanks for watching and tune in next week.
See you later.